A disgraceful performance today as Heart of Midlothian barely managed to scrape 4 goals in another dramatic home victory. For God's sake.
Heart of Midlothian slumped to a 4-0 victory.
This season's just on a downward track and I can't wait until it's over.
God damn it. One eye's on the summer holidays already.
Fucking grinding out results against Dumbarton by 4 goals.
This is not the club I fell in love with.
This 4 group of depressed curmudgeons are bringing to you the We Have No Cares podcast. I'm Nicole Hay.
I'm Robert Borthwick.
I'm Angus.
That's Angus!
That's Angus.
I'm Angus! Hi!
No, you're not. You're Ian, you dick.
No, I mean, hi.
Hi, Ian.
So Iain Walker, the old stalwart, and Angus making his
start.
He's been a late season signing, but I think he's really given us the strength and impetus that we need for this title push.
He's our Gennaro Zifu.
It's the difficult second appearance.
Falsetto Zifa.
Very similar physically to Gennaro, isn't it?
That's not fair to Gennaro Zifa.
He's got hair.
Now, all of that aside, before we get into the game itself, I think the major thing that we need to touch on, the major news of the week, is of course the very, very sad passing of a true club legend in the form of Dave Mackay. Difficult to overstate. I mean, we are a club that has had a lot of great players through the door, but it's rare that you have somebody so clearly world class, both on and off the pitch, a true gentleman, a true stalwart of the game. Somebody who had incredible success no matter which team he played in, no matter which situation he was in, as a player or as a manager. Obviously, none of us have ever seen him play too far before our time, but the fact that all 4 of us know exactly who he is, exactly how he played, and exactly what he represented to Hearts and other clubs is an absolute testament to the man, and it was a very nice tribute paid to him today.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, having his former teammates and you know various different Hearts legends from the eras as well. You know, John Robertson, Drew Busby, Craig Levine, all these guys there as well. It was a very well sort of.
His family came out as well to take the flag in, so it was a nice touch.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's you know almost the definition of a legend in football in terms is someone who you may never have seen, may never have even met, you know, but you still know everything about them. You know,
everyone that's a little bit older than us has a Dave Mackay story as well. Everybody has something to say about him. Our mate Duncan, it was Duncan, wasn't it?
It was Duncan, yeah.
I'm saying he was down in England, this must have been years ago, but he was helping his mate out cutting grass because his mate had said that he was cutting Dave Mackay's grass. So we went and helped him out, and Dave Mackay, I think his wife came out to offer him a cup of tea. Came out that he was a Hearts fan, and Dave Mackay invites him in. Says, "You don't need to be cutting grass. We'll come in, we'll have a cuppa, we'll drink our cups of tea in here, and we'll talk football." You know, just a complete and utter gentleman. I think that's even above the football. It's just the fact that he's so universally regarded as an absolute gent and a nice guy.
Yeah. It takes a lot to be a genuine club legend at 3 different football clubs, and especially 3 different football clubs of the stature of Hearts, of Tottenham Hotspur and Derby County.
Yeah.
You know, that speaks volumes. Obviously he managed Derby as well. Unfortunately, you know, Brian Clough took him away from managing us himself, but you know, it's amazing that, you know, finding myself getting emotional over something that I never saw play football, but I still, you know, his name is etched into every sinew at Tynecastle. You know, he's got his quote up on the wall in the dressing room. Guys like Stephen Elliott and Ryan McGowan, you know, going onto Twitter and saying, you know, I always read that before I went out. Obviously means a lot to the players to read something like that as well, coming from a man that
With stature.
Not the physical size, but you know, just the presence of
the
David
bearing
Mackay.
of the man. I think what sort of hits all of us and what we can all relate to is the idea of somebody who was so nakedly a boyhood fan who lived out a fantasy that we can all connect with. He was never quiet throughout his entire life or career, saying just how much Hearts meant to him. And as people in this room and listening out, well, all of us sort of feel the same way about Hearts as Dave Mackay did. We can really and truly connect with that. A very sad passing and a very large loss to Hearts and to football and the wider world.
Yeah.
I loved his old teammates being out in the park. You know, people like Freddie Gooden and
Alec Young.
Jimmy Murray there too.
Jimmy Murray was there. Jimmy Murray is a guy that I don't think enough gets made about, and it's just amazing to see them all back at Tynecastle, on the pitch, knocking a ball about at one point as well. I just think we should absolutely do more on that, because that mid to late 1950s team for Hearts, that's as good as it gets. I mean, that is. We talk about the 2012 Cup final. We talk about qualifying for Europe. We talk about how we're romping this league. That team won the top flight. That team won the Scottish Cup. It won multiple league cups.
A record-breaking season. Yeah.
Goals scored in the season, I think it was
132. Yeah.
Just an incredible team that was regarded across the country and across the UK as being one of the best sides.
Paddy Barclay, a veteran Scottish football journalist and Dundee fan, it's Twitter and made a point of saying that Hearts 2016 was as dominant a title-winning performance as he's ever seen in Scottish football. And considering some of the teams that have romped to the title since, that's quite an accolade. And the fact that Dave Mackay was very much the core of that,
the captain,
the driving force, the inspiration behind all of it. Again, legend is a word that gets thrown around. Is not too small a term in this situation, and just a great tribute paid to him today. Very, very tasteful, and our thoughts are with Dave Mackay and his family at this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And that said, onto the game that we played in tribute to Dave Mackay today. What a day it was! 4-goal victory, though for a large part of it was kind of tough. I felt that Dumbarton were quite good opponents today. I would argue that today was as good, if not better, a performance than we put in against Cowdenbeath, if not solely for the fact that Cowdenbeath played like a bunch of moist ragdolls, and they were only moist because they'd pissed themselves.
That's a sterling point. I reckon Iain Murray, obviously, he will have watched the tape of Hearts destroying Cowdenbeath, and then training for the last 2 weeks, I should imagine, is just him sort of with the defensive line and the goalkeeper with a bunch of test tubes, watching videos, doing a sort of Rocky montage, just saying, right, we need to defend.
What, he put all the results into the computer and waited for the tapes to wall around and the bellows to go up
exactly.
and down, and he put, we need to defend.
Someone hands him a check that just says defend, and it's underlined 10 times. That's basically what they did. They stuck everyone behind the ball. They made themselves very narrow. They made it hard for us to break through. They were worthy opponents.
But I thought they were quite compact as well. They played like they pushed up nicely when they needed to. They dropped back. They worked hard.
Remind me of Switzerland, I think it was, against Spain in the 2010 World Cup, except crucially they didn't win. That's what Switzerland did.
That's an interesting reference.
That's the shittest analogy ever.
Well, wait.
They remind me of Switzerland. They have good chocolate, lovely mountains.
that Dumbarton watches.
Let's be fair to them. Switzerland were playing association football.
Yeah.
There was 11 of them.
Yeah.
Against a team that was going to win the competition that they're currently playing in.
Mm-hmm.
Getting feisty now.
Just saying.
Just because you have to defend yourself.
But Switzerland didn't play a back three, which Dumbarton did today, with former Celtic hero Mark Wilson as the doty right wing back.
God, it's quite funny. Since we last played them, they've replaced David Van Zanten with Mark Wilson and Colin Nish with fucking anything. It was some guy.
Both tremendous upgrades.
One of those metal cutouts they used to make a wall for training.
Aye.
Still better than Colin Nish.
That boy Duggan. Yeah. He had like one good attack.
He also had an Alice band, which that puts him from like a 4 out of 10 to a 5 at least.
His first name's
that's interesting, because I would have said it would downgrade him. You're playing for Dumbarton.
No, the best players on earth have always had Alice bands.
That's true.
You can take that to the fucking bank.
Mm-hmm. This is 3 against 1 here, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
What did Mauricio Pinillo have in his hair when he first joined? Case closed, thank you.
Half a crate of whiskey?
Yes. Yes.
So, did they get
residue from his mate's wife?
Oh, Jesus! That's horrible. That's the worst use of the word residue I've ever heard in my life.
But it's the best memory of Pinillo we can ever have.
Well, moving on to the game, the first note I have is the Dumbarton fans were in fine voice, and the way they chose to express themselves was by singing one Iain Murray.
Yeah.
Possibly the first time that's come out. They seem to really like Iain Murray, and I don't know why.
To be fair, when he moved to Rangers, Hibs fans used to sing Hun Iain Murray.
That's quite funny.
E Hun Murray was their nickname. Then he came back. They were like, "Oh, it's Iain Murray. He's back. That's
It's forgiven. It was just, it was a blip.
But
I can understand if they were singing it ironically after the third goal went in, because they were still singing it, and they're like, "We are staying." I'm like, how are you going to stay up if you keep getting fucked 4-0?
That's a stunning point.
It's a great question. In rebuttal to you, I mean, how many games have got against Rangers left? Because that's some easy points for them.
They'll get at least a point out of them.
Rangers though, eh?
Love a draw.
Oh.
Bastards for a draw.
Desperate
on it.
daft on it, yeah.
Bastards generally.
The Stuart McCall revolution taking root.
Yeah.
With the emphasis on the word root.
Rooted in mediocrity.
Yeah.
And a strange accent.
Christ, was that
Rooted in mediocrity.
rooted in mediocrity? Was that the analysis from Private Eye?
I am actually quite smart.
Prove it.
To be fair, I've never proven it in front of you.
Fair play.
Right, so for the entire first half, I've just got numerous notes about how great we were at passing the ball and making 1-2s in and around the box, and just generally everything being lovely without scoring a goal.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was your the interesting part was we lined up with Osman Sow and Gennaro Zeefuik in a lineup. I'm assuming I'm not the only one who thought 4-4-2, two wingers, Sow playing off Zeefuik, but that's not how it transpired. More of a 4-2-3-1, Robert.
It certainly was, yeah. Osman Sow basically just coming in as a direct replacement for Billy King from the last match. Walker was still sticking tight to Zeefuik. Sow had a bit more of a free role than King did in the Cow and Beast game, but I thought he was actually quite effective, considering that's the first time we've seen him not be the sort of main man up front. He was sort of a nuisance in the midfield and stuff like that. I thought he had a very good first half, Osman, so I thought it was great. He was really the only player that I thought could really make some penetration in that back line.
Like you say,
again.
No. You have to earn it.
like you say, started as a winger, but had more of a free role, sort of dotted about, and King and Walker were sort of shifting in between. Nicholson and Walker, sorry, I beg your pardon. Nicholson and Walker sort of shifting around their roles as well. It was very fluid.
Yes.
All operating around the fulcrum that is Gennaro Zeefuik. I just loved it. I mean, I know there were no goals. I know it was a bit frustrating, but like that first half performance, I just adore it when we're passing like that. Does it not set your soul on fire, Iain Walker?
There was certainly knicker fizziness in the first half at some of the play. It's a shame we couldn't get the breakthrough. We certainly deserved it. We deserved 1 or 2 in the first half based on the way we played.
I think it was, Zeefuik's touch was maybe just a bit off today. I noticed on a couple of occasions as well. It was just sort of, we were trying to walk it in a bit too much for my liking. We were trying to overplay it sometimes. There's a time when Nicholson and Sow linked up really well. It got back to Nicholson in the box. All he had to do was run across him onto his left, and he had a free shot on goal. He opted for a sort of dinky wee through ball for Zeefuik, which didn't come off and stuff like that. So it was good to watch. We were playing some good stuff, but at the same time it was frustrating. And also we allowed Dumbarton a couple of sniffs at goal as well, which Cow and Beast didn't have at any fucking point in 90 minutes 2 weeks ago.
I would say it's strong to call them sniffs on goal, though, wouldn't you?
There was a one-on-one with Alexander.
The one that Oz took completely missed.
Yeah.
And the guy went through.
Yeah, I'm not saying they didn't exist, but they weren't like cast iron chances.
I was just saying, if you'd put Osman Sow in place of the Dumbarton,
Whoever the fuck
Duggan.
was, it was playing for Dumbarton.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, then he would have scored that chance.
Yeah, crucially, that guy doesn't. Osman Sow does not and never will play for Dumbarton.
Oh, he won't.
No, he definitely won't. But I would say that was a very good chance actually. They didn't put it far wide as well. It was just sort of tried to clip it over Alexander when maybe a more placed finish would have been a bit better. But you know, it was weird to see another team actually have a chance on goal.
Yeah, but you know, like Alexander got behind it well, and his shirt was still pretty unblemished by the end of the game.
Yeah, I'm not saying they ever had any sustained pressure. It's just, you know, there was a couple of lapses in concentration, which led to a couple of Dumbarton chances. But you know, they're Dumbarton for a reason.
Someone's got to be.
Yep.
That's a sort of chicken and egg thing. Like, are they Dumbarton for a reason, or is there a reason they're Dumbarton?
You're so smart.
Drugs,
What insight?
deprivation.
So, like I say, lots and lots of notes about just sort of general passy stuff. I don't think there's much percentage to be had in going in any of them. Just to say that Osmondso was pretty magnificent throughout that first half. Delight to see him back and being balletic and linking up so well with Zayfak. One that does stick out in my mind was Eckersley picked out a really great pass to find So, and he turned around and pulled off this crazy curving path that almost went into Zayfak's path. Zayfak just wasn't quite on top of it. He turned around and gave So a great big thumbs up, so more of that, we can do that. And then Eckersley was raging that he didn't get the ball fed out to him.
Eckersley's perma-raging though is great.
It's seething today.
No, but it's great to see. He's obviously a really competitive guy, and you know, it's maybe sometimes not even seething at someone, just, you know, seething at what's life, what has happened in front of him in those last 2 seconds. Fuck.
He's the kind of guy that would ruin a night playing Mario Kart. He's come forth 3 times in a row and he fucking cunts the controller through the telly and walks out and takes a case of beer with him when he goes.
But then he comes back and apologises and sits on your lap.
Maybe.
Very good. Well, he could do that. That's what I
Dreams can come true.
I will just assert that none of us have any knowledge about how likely or unlikely Aaron Eckersley is to sit in our laps.
Well, some of us have a little bit more knowledge about it, since we're such close friends now.
Shut up, Angus.
Yeah. that ship sailed 3 weeks ago, man.
But I think Adam did have a reasonable impetus for being angry today, and that was the incredible ego trippery of the referee today.
What's going on with that?
Mr. John Beaton.
Was that who it was?
An absolute fucking walloper of a man.
Bellend.
Absolutely incredible. Pulling up Morgado Gomez for twice trying to take a quick free kick while he was not done having his stern words with the Dumbarton number 6.
Yeah.
Who wasn't booking.
No, wasn't booking him. Referee turned round to see what was going on. And by that stage, the Dumbarton players started running away, and Gomez took it. And he blew the whistle and made him take it again. And then he took exactly the same free kick again. It's what's the point, you big dick? Honestly, the state of Scottish referees, I swear.
But it's just referees in general. It takes a certain kind of person to become a referee or a fucking traffic warden. It's that kind of the adenoidal little kid from school. Actually, it's anyone that says actually at the start of a sentence, that's referees. Actually, I think you'll find fuck you. Fuck off and be a referee.
Wow.
Jesus.
I really don't like people like that.
What did the referee do to you?
Just okay, I got touched by a man wearing a
I was going to say, did Ian Bryan shag your missus?
I mean, me for drinking in the street or something like that.
I know why I brought it up, but I'll be honest. I don't like slagging off referees. I don't think he had a terrible performance in terms of picking out incidents, calling fouls, things like that. But just the officiousness, kind of the personality that you're describing. Yeah. You don't see it every week, but when this guy was
the pernicketyness
on every free kick, it's no, you'll take it from the spot where I dictate it should be taken, at the moment where I dictate it should be taken.
Yeah.
That sequence of throw-ins we had in the second half,
yeah,
where Adam Eckersley, well, to be fair, Adam Eckersley tried to take Dumbarton's throw-in, which which is an error on Adam's part. But then
he was just trying to help them out. Guys, I've got this. Look, I'll do this. You guys are shite. I'll do this for you.
And then the ball went across the pitch, and Callum went to take a throw-in, possibly a yard further forward than he should, and the referee stopped to have a word with him about how he was taking the throw-in.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
No, it's usually just a kind of wave of the arm, move back a yard or so.
Yeah, but this guy was obviously wank chasm. So
This guy wanted us to know the full length and girth of his penis. And
now we
made
know.
us measure it.
On
In
that
front of
display,
him.
it's not
That
very
is
big. He is compensating.
Anything else in the first half that sort of really stuck out to anybody?
Well, Osman So hit the bar.
Mm-hmm.
He sure did, yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie Walker slapped a post.
Yes, indeed. The Osman So chance was it was quite a nice
I like
wee streak
that.
actually from about 25-30 yards. It wasn't.
It was on his left as well, wasn't it?
Well, he's left-footed. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm that right-footed. I just assume everybody's left. Like, we're just gonna have a shit left foot.
He hit that with the correct foot. Whoa! Yeah, it was a great hit. Danny Rogers was a wee bit off his line, but he made a good save. Really good save to touch onto the bar. And then it bounced sort of fortuitously back into his arms. But yeah, that was the real bit of excitement in that half. Walker getting played through and slapping the post as well.
It's kind of outside of the post, is quite an angle when he hit it.
Yeah, it was a difficult angle to hit it from, but the guy's in such good form that it was a real chance for it.
The keeper did barely touch that shot onto the bar as well. I mean, I don't know about you, but it kind of looked to me like it might sort of just screw in under the bar.
I thought it was going to. I was halfway celebrating. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Just
How
like
do you
that.
pull yourself back from the brink like that, Angus?
Just look at Ian.
That just calms your ardour.
Yeah.
But yeah, so not quite as detailed as our normal roundups, but it was that kind of half. There was just a general impression of like, oh, we're quite good. Would love a goal.
Would be daft on a goal, yeah. But then the second half came and football's a game of two halves.
It is indeed.
Yeah, isn't it?
It sure is.
Yeah.
There are two if they're 45 minutes long, and you get a little bit of injury time as well sometimes.
God, so smart.
Yeah.
Yes, the second half came, and not too far into that second half, we got a corner. What happened from the corner, Angus?
From the corner, we scored a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the sort of in-depth analysis that you
It's
get.
like a fucking autistic kid, like, sort of like giving out the answer in school really reluctantly. Like, what's 2 + 2, Angus? And it's 4. I know it's 4. I just don't like you, and I'd rather play with plasticine in the corner.
It was Osman So that scored the goal. Right, carry on.
Gee.
Fucking Gary Neville over here. Jesus. Yeah, so it was a cross into the box with from a Nicholson corner.
I think so, but the main feature of it was the Dumbarton goalkeeper going.
Yeah, he did exactly that. And yeah, he dropped to the feet of So, and he blasted it in with a plum.
He certainly did. It was a tight stabbed finish
Twas.
from in a crowded penalty area. Quite a sham goal considering just how beautiful some of the chances we created in the first half was. But they all count. That's what they tell me.
You take them.
It's the same 3 points that we got for winning 10-0. Why is it so special that we won 10-0? It's only 3 points, that's all you get. And then after that, we just continued to play glorious football that created sort of chances, I suppose. It was just generally a continual torrent of us fanning around the box, and it was beautiful, and I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
Sam Nicholson managed to backheel it to himself at one point.
Just takes talent.
It takes talent, or like the other team just not closing down quite as strongly as they might have done.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a magnificent sequence of just complete trolling from all of our players. Ali Mushtark faked a shot and then did like a little.
Yeah, I love it when he does that. He's done it. I think that's at least the second time he's done it. Where he lines up when everyone's going shoot, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot, Nah, I'm just gonna roll my foot over
That's
it."
his new thing.
I love it.
It's not scoring like huge goals. It's now just trolling stadiums full of football.
I enjoy it almost as much. Definitely not as much. Let's be clear. I definitely enjoy him scoring more.
Yeah.
But I still have a good love for him just being a bit of a dick. Like, I got yous.
But then in the same movement, Aline found Osman So, who did like a no-look backheel flick out to Eckersley.
Yeah.
Which was also a little bit sort of like, fuck yous all, we're 1-0 up now, we're not going to lose. and
Cruising at 1-0.
And actually found Gomez, who like did about 3 dragbacks to just completely make the defender sick on himself. I'm sure he like just sort of burped and found like a little bit of vomit in his mouth. Just
I remember this. I was saying to Fridgie, I was like, It's like he was lining them up in a queue, like, right, I've made a dick of you now. Next! I've made a dick of you now. Next! just queue up, guys. Like, let's change the formation to a queue. Look, I just nutmegged you. Look, I just punched you in the dick. It was great.
And that's how Gomez goes.
And then after all of our wizardry around the box, we scored another goal from a set piece, like the big physical team that we are.
From a fucking corner.
Fucking hoodies.
Another corner, we scored a goal.
Yeah, who took the corner?
Fuck knows, Danny Wilson scored the goal though.
Who took the corner?
Sam Nicholson.
Who took the corner? Who took the corner?
Don't fucking
Who's got the most assists?
Answer the
Who
question!
took the fucking corner? Who's got the most assists?
I don't know that
I
either.
don't fucking know.
Robert,
Who the fuck have we invited on?
Danny Wilson scored the goal.
Yeah, no, we all know that, you fucking genius, right? Who took the corner?
You tell me.
Jesus fuck.
Anyone with any spine would now just be going through the team one by one. It's
Well-
like, right, was it Alexander? No.
Maybe think like wingers who take corners.
So, Billy King put in the corner, Iain Walker.
Billy King. It was Billy King. Billy King took the corner.
Are you still here? So, Billy King put in the corner, towering header from Danny Wilson.
Lovely stuff.
Completely unmarked.
It was one of those that you could tell it was going in before it had even... Well, from my angle, you're sort of looking at the goal away down the other end of the park and it's like, well, that's in, before it was even past the edge of the goal. Like
Before Billy King even taken the corner.
It's like someone's going to put that in the net. It was just lovely stuff.
Yeah. It was
Very nice.
awful defending because genuinely the only person that jumped in the entire box was Danny Wilson.
Yeah.
There was no one near him. So yeah, a simple goal for our fair captain, but
It's a great header though.
yeah.
Really, really good.
Placed it really nicely.
Very, very strong. He had an excellent game, as
He
did many other players, up to and including Mr. Morgaro Gomez, who had a remarkable sequence where he managed to dribble around about 3 players, played 1-2s, and then the shot.
It was the pansiest finish I've ever seen in my life. It was like, oh, there you go, Danny. It was just, it's such a shame because we've seen him melt shots off the bar before, and got that wee deft touch with the penalty, and then he's put through on goal, and he does that. It was a wee bit of a shame.
I think he was just trying to place it.
Yes.
Didn't work.
No, at the keeper.
Puts it straight into his arms.
Yeah. So yeah. Unlucky. Gomez was actually he was quite good in a more sort of almost more attacking role today, but I think that was due to the fact that Dumbarton's entire team and bench was behind the ball at all times, which meant he was allowed a wee bit of freedom.
They didn't even have someone in the hole just in case they could go on a break from a corner.
No, they just had
11 men within sort of a 10-yard square of the box.
Yeah.
It's remarkable when you've seen a team line up like that to all-out defend, to try and hold on to a 0-0, and you're like, well, that's fine as long as that works. And then sort of like, we never expected that we might lose a goal to the league leaders who won 10-0 last time out.
What do we do now?
Crumbs.
Bring on David Van Zanten?
No,
they didn't even do that.
No.
that's not a solution
They
to
brought
any
on Mitch
problem.
Megginson.
Yeah.
You don't know who took our corner, but you know the name Mitch Megginson.
Who doesn't?
I don't.
I'll not back you up here. I don't know either.
He used to play for Aberdeen.
Mitch Megginson.
It's a name that you remember once you've heard it.
Well, apparently for you.
To be fair to you, I mean, like, if you told me he plays for Aberdeen, it is up there with Peter Pollitt.
Yeah.
But no, I've no idea who Mitch Megginson is.
Alright, okay.
I sort of recognise it like one of those ones that's like, did he play for someone in the leagues? I might have seen him on the video printer once playing for Stranraer. Like, nah, no idea, mate.
Alright, no well. I used to play for Aberdeen. Mitch Megginson, they brought him on as a sub.
Go, man.
I don't know why you managed to get a hard time for the one bit of good analysis you've given. It's like, I know something that you don't know, you dick.
That's what we do on this podcast.
Yeah.
We bully.
Well,
Bully to submission.
Do you know who scored the third goal, Iain Walker?
Couldn't tell you. I mean, serious.
No, who was it?
Billy King?
Yeah, it was Billy King.
There we
Oh,
go.
it's Billy King.
Jesus
Is
Christ.
that the left-footed one?
They were both left-footed, man.
No, left-footed. You cut in and it was in the bottom right-hand corner as I look at it from section.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Just-
Right in the very, very bottom.
He danced across.
I'll be honest with you, that was when everyone started leaving from the Roseburn and I started checking Facebook for a little bit. I was cold and I was.
You're such a modern football fan.
I'll be perfectly honest, that sort of feeling of apathy was rife all the way around me. Lots of people checking for us. Stu and Duncan, who sit with us, didn't even get up to celebrate Danny Wilson's goal. They were just like, whatever.
Jesus Christ! That's an incredible amount of not giving a fuck.
Yeah, no, there's the game's won. Who gives a fuck?
It's a totally different kind of apathy. It's not that sort of like, I'm going to say Hibs apathy, where it's like, I'm never going back, and then just getting on with their lives and like not really caring what they do on a Saturday afternoon. It was kind of like, well, we're already winning, so what am I having for tea? Oh look, we scored again. Wonderful. This was great.
This is great. Scott Ramsey, who sits next to me, he also sat down for King's goal. Like King's first goal, he just went, nah.
Even though it was a fucking beezer of a goal.
He applauded and then he eventually stood up and went, it was good, wasn't it? Yes, it was. And my brother and Andy Fraser both left at 2-0 as well.
Is that... Didn't your brother go to Murrayfield for the 10-0?
Yes, he did.
So in 2 games where we are 14 goals to the goal,
he's missed
12 of 14 goals in 2 games. Your brother is such a dick.
That's spectacular.
But
can you fully describe Billy King's?
Yeah, it was actually one of my favourite moments of the match. Was that goal? He picked the ball up maybe equidistant between the edge of box and halfway line.
Equidistant.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
This is getting highbrow. This week.
Yeah, apart from Angus.
I'm cowering in the.
Mitch Megan sense.
I'm sorry, I'm just cowering in the shadow of your intellects.
Why don't you name some more Aberdeen players to yourself quietly?
Shamzero Ali.
He was meant to be the next big thing. He was meant to be the next Owen Jess. How do people not know this?
Ian Jess.
You don't even know their names.
They're fucking Aberdeen.
Jesus. Just because it's spelled like that doesn't mean it actually.
They're Aberdeen players.
One of my favourite ever articles on Scottish. Absolute tangent. One of my favourite ever articles in Scottish football was in the Scotsman. It was just the first paragraph was Ian Jess is 30. It was just dripping with absolute. What the fuck, Ian Jess?
How dare you age? But yeah, can I talk about Billy King's goal?
Yeah, please do.
I will. Equidistant between the edge of the box and the halfway line, and he had about 5 yards of space either side of him, and he just sprinted. I've never seen that much determination in a run in my entire life, and the Dumbarton players went, "Oh fuck, it's a bit late in the day for this," and stood the fuck off him. A couple of half sort of attempted challenges, they skipped by them as Billy does skip. Skipped by about 3 challenges, and then in the end it wasn't maybe the strongest strike you'll ever see, but the placement was perfect.
Right.
His finishing is so good. It really is. Like, Billy King is one of the most talented finishers at the club, and you can see that with 7 goals now.
8 now.
8, sorry, 8. Yes, you're right. I stopped listening when the 4th went in. Thanks for nothing, Scott Wilson. Billy King, for the amount that he contributes to the team, that's what now 14 assists and 8 goals.
It's a fucking good season there, man.
22 goals he's been involved in this season. 22. No, because it was 20 before, so it'll be 23 goals he's been involved in this season.
So that's like, what, about a quarter of our goals come the end of the season?
Give or take. Yeah. That's pretty fucking good going, to be honest with you.
Oh.
But yeah, his second goal was not exactly the same, but it was pretty similar just a couple of minutes later. He got the ball out in the right wing this time instead of in the middle of the park.
But before you say that, it was a magnificent cross ball from Eckersley to find him out there.
Yeah, great shout. It was a wonderful pass. And El Haas, obviously really hungry for goals, made a move into the middle. That dragged a couple of defenders away. Keating's in exactly the same boat as El Haas, was dragging defenders here, there and everywhere. King saw the opportunity to cut inside on his left, and as soon as he got past the second man, he had about 10 minutes worth of time to find his space.
And he was practically in the penalty spot by the time he hit it. He made it that far in.
Exactly, and he lashed this one instead of placing it, but that's all it took. Keeper wasn't going to save it from there anyway. Very deadly finisher, and 4-0 in a game that was looking destined to be won for quite a while, to be honest.
Yeah, it looked destined to be one, but I don't think 4-0 flatters us in any way. I really, really enjoyed the way that we played today.
Should have got some goals in the first half, and it could have been more.
Yeah,
It wouldn't have been unfair for it to be more.
Absolutely not. So yeah, good day at the office for Robbie Nielsen's men.
Splendid, professional, lethal, sexual,
grinding out a result
artisanal.
when we're not at our fluentest best.
Well said. So we'll take a look at some songs next, and this game had numerous man of the match candidates.
Yeah.
Osman So gaining strength, gaining fluency, was
getting back there, yeah, scoring goals now.
Manuel Payardo, we say it every single time he plays, but the boy is just ludicrously good.
Danny
He
Wilson.
is awfully good. Danny Wilson as well. Yeah.
Also deserves a shout. Morgaro Gomez contributed a lot defensively and going forward.
Yeah.
Sam Nicholson had several shots that we haven't really found time to talk about, but he was
He was
electric.
really lively as well.
When-
all game, he was always putting himself into a space, and not necessarily in the best space, but he was hungry. He wanted the
Callum
ball.
Patterson would not be a shout for man of the match, but I'd just like to say he was back to playing very well. He had a good
Yeah,
game
absolutely.
today. The last few weeks he has had a dip in form, and it has been mentioned. It looks like he's on the way back though, which I'm a big fan of because I love Callum Patterson.
It's the right time of year to to be getting the form back, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Business end, as the newspapers will tell us.
Is this the business end? This feels like this is the. This feels like
It
this
feels
is
like
the
the
just
fun end.
stroll it out.
It feels like early March, where we might seal the league in 2 weeks' time.
That familiar feeling.
That familiar feeling we know when we're strolling leagues in March.
Whoopsie. Yeah.
Well,
Hiya Rangers, how's it going down there?
They're not even going to get fourth, are they? It's going to be Falkirk, Queen of the South and Hibs in the playoffs.
Oh,
That would
just
be
all over
magnificent.
myself.
If we can just, I know we mentioned it earlier on, but Rangers did draw with bottom of the league Livingston today at home. It was at Ibrox.
It was at Ibrox.
You can confirm it was
I
at
can confirm
Ibrox.
it was at Ibrox. Confirm they took the lead in the 9th minute and still did not win that game.
Wow.
Aris Vucic with another goal.
Who scored a goal for Livingston?
Who cares, man?
Mitch Megginson!
I hope
It was Manu Dorado,
it was David Souza.
Russell Anderson.
David Bingham.
It was David Fernandez. It was.
Yes, but anyway, it's quite embarrassing if you're Rangers, or quite normal now.
Yep. Yeah. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Imagine
But,
it's just a
teams should-
crushing depression.
If teams have got any sense, they should start laying down to them to avoid the financial Armageddon that will happen if strong Rangers don't make it back to the top flight of
Have
Scottish
you ever
football.
seen the film Armageddon? It looks fucking awful for Paris. And we don't want that happening in Scottish football. We don't want Paris to get mauled by a big meteorite. So
Absolutely not.
If any of you professional, semi-professional championship teams are listening, please do just lean over,
Do the right thing.
bare-arsed to Rangers,
Do the
and
right
just
thing.
let them win.
Just be the Liv Tyler to Rangers Ben Affleck.
Even if
Yes! Fucking, that was good.
Anyway, so we're going to do songs about Billy King. Billy King songs, yay!
Billy King.
Right, so songs then. Billy King.
Yeah,
Billy King. Now,
Billy.
before we get into this, should we just remind everyone we've already done 2 sets of songs for Billy King?
But 23 goals he's been involved in. You can't.
Oh, I'm not denying that.
Say fairer.
I'm not denying that we should be.
Actually-
he should have had many more songs. What I'm saying is, it's very difficult to keep thinking up songs.
Yeah, we are setting ourselves some tasks here, but it's he's the first man to get a trilogy of songs, I believe. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm not sure anyone else has had
And he
3.
absolutely bastard deserves it.
He fucking does, yeah. But I mean, the reason that we didn't give Payardo one a couple of weeks ago is because he's already had 2.
And as hard as it is to come up with more Billy King songs, Payardo is a bastard of a name to friend.
I cannot wait until Soufiane El Hasnaoui scores a few goals. That is going to be a fucking nightmare. But yeah, Billy King, it turns out your name goes into songs alright-ish. So,
It rhymes with a lot of stuff.
like
But
bling.
But it does turn out that Rob and me both thought of the same song. You said you were going to edit this shit out, but I'm not pleased about this, and my song is significantly worse because of it.
No, it's
Well, then
fine
why
though.
don't you go ahead and give us that song right now?
It's
The
fine
shit
though.
one. Yeah, I'll
Shit
give it
one.
shit one.
It's fine though, because now everyone knows that I pull rank and I wear trousers in this podcast.
Well, you do pull rank. It's your fucking podcast.
Yeah!
I'm only on it because you come round to my house to record.
Oh, it's because you're so clever.
Fuck off, Rob.
Anyway, sing to me, bitch.
Alright, we'll acquainted with Chuck Berry. My ding-a-ling.
Right, just sing it.
He plays on the left, he plays on the right. When Nielsen plays him, 'tis a delight. He hates the hips, the goals he to spring. And this baller's name is Billy King. Our Billy King, our Billy King. I like when Hearts play with our Billy King. Right, fuck you, Rob.
No. But the beauty of this is that's now so much funnier and better than mine.
Yeah, that was tremendous.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done. More applause for Iain Walker.
Absolutely. He fucking deserves it. What a guy.
You okay to continue this sweep around the table,
Oh,
Angus?
grand. Okay. Let me just.
Angus, I think you should like sort of stand up and get a stance for your song. From the diaphragm, man. From the diaphragm.
You run around Tynecastle Park with a style that's groovy. Laughing at his stuff's wonky eyes. I want him to cry. He don't mean nothing to you. Scaling panax, fuck your hips in the ass. That's exciting. Your brother went off down to Swansea, but HMFC has a king of Edinburgh, Billy. I love it when you're clean through, scoring goals and assists too. And you break the hips hard, cause that's what we do, yeah.
That high note was your fucking moment.
That was a beautiful performance, Angus.
Thank you so much.
Tremendous. Right.
Not bad at all.
Robert.
Yeah, Robert. It's my turn. Okay. Billy, you've been playing like crazy. Lately, everything seems to be going right. Solo, you can score them on your own. You've been waiting on the bench too long. But we love King. Billy King. King. Cause the goals you bring,
That's what I fucking
mean everything. And we love King. Bit of Travis in your
I
dick.
fucking guarantee. Look, there's the notes on my phone. You can see the bottom of there in the chorus. I fucking said the exact same chorus as you.
Ah man, we're so alike.
But you see, the thing is here that you definitely won that because your song was way better.
Yeah.
No, that was good. I'm going to.
Yeah,
so that's a wee fist pump.
There we go. Thanks.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, guys.
Every game he scores a goal or sets up another two. How he loves to set up goals for everyone, and Billy King he is crossing, and Billy King is a scoring. If any Hybie tries to stop him, well he'll just fuck their holes.
Yes. Love it, player.
Did you mean to make him sound like a sex offender?
Absolutely.
Did anyone win that?
Ian.
Iain did.
No, really? Get your fuck. Nickel, man. Blur.
Don't applaud yourself.
I was applauding Nickel for winning with Blur.
Thank you, Iain. So, right, Billy King, if you could just be shout for the rest of the season, you'd be doing us a big favour.
Please. Robbie Nielsen,
Get
stop
back
playing.
on the bench, you rhymey
Honestly,
bastard.
get Flanagan on because I've got some great songs. Oh my god!
You're just dying for us to win the league so you can get the bit part players involved.
Honestly, all of our Flanagan, you guys are a fucking treat. I swear to God.
Well, that's something to look forward to, but what you won't be looking forward to over the next 2 weeks are any podcasts from We Have No Cares, because next week I am going on a big holiday very, very far away, and I will be...
Where are you going, Nickel? Tell everybody where you're going.
I'm going to Japan.
Is that near Tynecastle?
It's not. But
It's not in Gargay, is it?
hopefully, I'll
Will you not be able to record the podcast from there?
No, I won't. But I'll have.
You're
my...
going to miss the title. You're a Mongo.
I'm gonna
I think that was the crescendo he was leading to.
yes. We're definitely. There is no way we're not winning the league at home to Queen of the South on the 28th. And I will be 6,000 miles away.
Yeah.
But I will have my Hearts World subscription going, so I'll be like hunkered over my iPads, wearing a heart strip, cheering.
Full strip.
Full strip. Running through the streets of Shinjuku. Gambare Heart of Midlothian!
I really hope you do that. And vine it.
The upshot of all that, Joy, is no podcast after today. We will try our damnedest to get one out after the Rangers game at Ibrox, because I'll be back. I won't be at the game. I will, in fact, be in a plane somewhere over Uzbekistan when we're at Ibrox.
Nice.
But, I'm sure hilarity will ensue, because Rangers have to give us a guard of honour if they don't. They're just petty.
That's Suits and Shades Sunday.
Yeah. So many suits.
For anybody that's going to be in Ibrox, if you see some fucking wankers, like absolute proper cocks wearing suits and shades, that's us.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Come and say hi.
I'll be going in with my copy of the Metro. Just
man.
For 90 minutes.
I'm going to go in with a copy of the National just to purely fuck with them. Right, there you go.
Great to have a plan. But yes. So goodbye for a few weeks. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for listening to this. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being you.
This isn't the last
You
episode,
suck
man.
up, motherfucker.
It's like watching Comic Relief again, mate, except without all the depression.
What's your Twitter handle?
It is Iain Walker 5.
What's your Twitter handle?
Angus Maroon.
What's your Twitter handle?
It's at Nickel Hay.
What's my Twitter handle?
At RF Borthwick.
What's our collective Twitter handle?
It's at We Have No Cares.
What's our email address?
It's We Have No Cares at gmail.com.
What's our Tumblr address?
We Have No Cares.tumblr.com.
What's Angus's inside leg measurement?
20
inches.
14.
28.
36, mate. 28, mate.
The truth is worse than the lies.
That's what Robert buys for sharks.
Join us all next time, whenever that may be. Hearts are going to win the league. We're going to win the league. Yay!
Steve Crawford.
Steve Crawford.
Steve Crawford.
Mitch Megson.
Mitch Megson.
Amaruso, that's a run, it's a done!